Shalom. Kahalo Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Radash. Shalom and salutations and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, where I continue to learn is 100% true. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatham. Shalom to the elder bishops, the elders, the prophets, the teachers, and the evangelists of Great Millstone. But also listen to continue to learn this 100% true. Shalom to Speckled Bird, Confused Face, the Akim and Aqua, the Akim on the highways and byways, and last but not least, the elect. Back again with another video, praying that you be edified with it. And I want to entitle this, Esau is Cooked. And I didn't really watch the whole full video, so I'm going to let it play. And then after that, I'm going to get some scriptures. But, Esau's done, man. You know what I mean? Done.
You remember the adjuster, Luigi Mangione? Took out that, maybe or maybe not, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. I don't know. He took out that United Healthcare CEO, and then now we've got this guy that wanders into a skyscraper in Manhattan. And the news wants you to think he went to the NFL. No, dude. He went directly to the 33rd floor where Blackstone's real estate CEO was and took her out. Then we've got this politician somewhere, I'm only learning about this just now, where somebody busted into his office and covered him in gasoline and lit him on fire. Turns out this guy did something with these apartment complexes, sold them off to some corporation to where everybody's rent's going to get jacked up, they're going to get evicted. These are all common, these were adjustments. These are all adjusters. There's no the adjuster. Anyone is potentially an adjuster out to make deny a claim on somebody's success that's built on destroying lives. This is where we've made it in this country. When people talk about late stage capitalism and y'all dive into my comments and talk about, oh, that's a myth, and no, this is what it is. We are coming to the end of the game of Monopoly. In that game, you played it growing up, it only ends one of two ways. Either you play all the way through and one person ends up owning everything and everyone else has nothing. That's the point to the game. The original point when that game Monopoly was made was to prove that even the winner loses. Because when you own all of the money and all of the hotels and all of the houses and all of the railroads, everyone else in the game has no money to buy your house, to rent your hotel, to travel on your railroad. That's the point. Or, as it gets close to that end point, someone inevitably flips out and flips the table. And that's what these adjustments are. These are individuals who are at their wits' end. They've been driven to a precipice where they are forced to either let the end of the game just happen to them or flip the fucking table and make sure everybody loses with them. Mainly the current winners. That's what's going on here. These aren't unrelated. These aren't accidents. But they're also not some, coordinated plot. This is the state of mind of the American people right now. You're going to have to fact check this stat. Fucking, you look it up. But I've been hearing a lot over the last couple of years that something like 80% of Americans are one $400 emergency away from bankruptcy. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. Meanwhile, we've got the Bezoses of the world and the Elon Musks. And look, I'm not hating the players. I'm hating the game, okay? Look, let's all be honest here. If we had stumbled into a situation where we had kabillions of dollars and we could buy half of a Hawaiian island to build bunkers and shit like that, we would. Because we'd be looking after ourselves and our own. But it shouldn't be that. I mean, Elon I was talking about, they're projecting by 2030 he's going to be the first trillionaire. I think a lot of you don't have an appreciation for how much money $1 trillion is. I think a lot of you don't have a lot of respect for how much $1 billion is. $1 billion's 1,000 million. 1 million seems to be the cap where our brains We can get there. $1 million, like that's a almost unimaginable number to have just piled up in front of you, but like our brains can get there. Hell, these days that's 2 houses, you know, like we can do that. But then $1 billion is 1,000 of that. $1 trillion is $1 million. That first number, $1 million on the table in front of you, where your brain's like, oh, I mean, that's like rich shit. That's so much money. $1 million of that pile of money is $1 trillion. Something's got to change. Something has to change. And I'm starting to think that these aren't going to be weird one-offs anymore. And don't let the news tell you that the fucking politician that got doused with gasoline and lit on fire, they're like, oh, you know, it was a personal beef. But none of them say what that beef was, what their affiliation was. All we know about the guy is this shady fucking real estate deal he had with the corporation so far. Don't let them tell you that some kid that happened to play high school football went to where some NFL offices were in New York. Those things don't have a whole lot to do with each other. I get that there was a football held at one time, but that doesn't equal beef with the NFL. And some note scrawled on the back of a fucking water bill or whatever the fuck that thing was. This is, oh, frickin' check my brain, CTE. Come on. Dude was sharply dressed, nice gun, with a fucking strut, went straight to the 33rd floor, Blackstone fucking real estate headquarters. They're the largest single family household owner in the country, specifically in Las Vegas, where this dude came from to execute this crime. They're adjustments. These are adjusters. There's
Esau's cooked, man. You hear this dude talking about the murders and the situations, and I think it was a great analogy on the Monopoly board and the game of Monopoly, and how he talks about how Esau is going to win, but at the same time he's losing because nobody can afford to pay him the prices he wants. But that's why we understand that, that this place has to be destroyed, because that's exactly what the elites have done, is that they have jacked up prices and they have collected all the money that we can't even afford to stay in some of these rat hole places. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, he has to destroy the society that he has set up through Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. And that's who Yahweh and Yahweh Shai is setting up to destroy, is Esau. Because Esau is the one who is his hammer, and Yahweh and Yahweh Shai doesn't have any more use for him. So he's going to have to pay for what he has done. Now let's get some scriptures. This is Genesis 25 and 26. And it reads, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years, and when he bare them, and when she bare them. So this hand of Jacob, who grabbed the hand of Esau, is symbolism for Jake about to be in rulership, and Esau is about to lose his power. Because again, Esau is cooked, man. He's done, and he knows it, and he's just trying to prolong. He doesn't want you to know it or realize it, that he has, or he's losing all his power day by day. This is Matthew 32 and 28. And he said that thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel, for as a prince has thy power with the Most High, and with them and with men he has prevailed. So that's what Israel means. A prince of the power. Prince of power. Know that and understand that. That's a nomen omen. This is Jeremiah 49 and 10. And it reads in the NLT, but I will strip bare the land of Edom, and there will be no place left to hide. Its children, its brothers, and its neighbors will all be destroyed, and Edom itself will be no more. Beautiful. Beautiful. Malachi 1:4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build in desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever. So the Most High hates. He don't like Esau. He's telling you that I don't like Esau, and Esau is going to be destroyed. Esau is going to be as they say. That's why I use the word cooked. Esau is going to be cooked. Yeah. Obadiah 1:18. In the NLT, and it reads, the people of Israel will be a raging fire, and Edom a field of dry stubble. The descendants of Joseph will be a flame, roaring across the field, devouring everything. There will be no survivors in Edom. I, Yahweh, have spoken it. So you should know, but anything that Yahweh say, it will come to pass. Whether you know the time or you don't, it's up to him to reveal it to you. But you will see these prophecies being fulfilled. This is Hosea 12:3, and it reads, he took his brother by the heel in the womb, and by his strength he had power with the Most High. Who's Hosea talking about? He's talking about Esau versus Jacob. That's what he's talking about. Genesis 3:15, and it reads, and I will put enmity between, now I'm reading NLT, and I will cause hostility between you and the woman, and between your offspring and her offspring. He will strike your head, and you will strike his heel. This is what we've been going through with Esau for the longest, battling back and forth. Who's going to run and rule and control? But Esau, he's angry, so he's going to do what he got to do. Romans 16:20. And it reads, the Most High, in NLT, the Most High of peace will soon crush Satan under your feet. May the grace of Yahweh, Shalaki, may the grace of our Lord Yahweh Shai be with you. That's what you're going to need. Nobody else is going to be able to help you in that time. Habakkuk. It's getting sleepy here. Habakkuk 1:4, and it reads in the NLT. No, I'm reading the KJV. Therefore thy law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. And we're coming to the time, we're in the time that there's going to be no more. There's going to be no more. Yahweh Shai is going to show the world who he is by destroying Esau. Tripping. Nahum. Nahum 1:4. And it reads, he rebuketh the sea and maketh it dry. He drieth up all the rivers. Bashan languisheth, and Camel, and the flower of Lebanon languisheth. And the NLT it says, Nahum 1:4, at his command the oceans dry up, the rivers disappear, the lush pastures of Bashan and Camel fade, and the green forests of Lebanon wither. Pretty much talking about the Lord's anger, and it said Nineveh, but you can use that to reference Babylon, because Babylon, USA, is spiritually all the rulerships that took place, and then they have their own. They have embraced it to make it even more wicked than what it really is. A couple more scriptures, and I'm gonna shut it down. Gotta get up oily. Psalms 37:14, and it reads, "The wicked draw their swords and string their bows, to kill the poor and the obsessed, to slaughter those who do right." This is why Esau has to be destroyed. This is why Esau has to be, what they say, cooked, because he's constantly battling us to keep us down. What's this? First Maccabees 1:1, and it reads, "And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chetam, had smitten Darius king of the Persians and the Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece." So this is the beginning of evils, right? I'm gonna jump down to 9. This is the beginning of evils when Alexander came. He unified all the Edomites, because Edomites love to go against war with each other. So it pleases them. It pleases them more, the fact that now they can get ready to get at Jake. And this is what they did, because they love to do this. I start at 7. At Maccabees 1:7. "So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bear rule everyone in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So they did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth." This is why Esau's got to be cooked, because he has multiplied evils in the earth. And the last scripture I got is, we're going to go back to Obadiah. And it reads, "Shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Esau, out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau?" Yes, Khan. And Esau, you will be cooked, man. Just let us know that we have the victory over you, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. So get yourself prepared to go into slavery, boy. I'm just being funny, but Abba Rock to say you were edified with that lesson, man. I need to go and lay down. Just call hello Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Radash, Shalom, salutations, double honors again to the elder pastor GMS, and Shalom to the elect. Shalom.